When the internet was invented, it paved the way for a whole new slew of inventions to enter the market. You have Google, which among other things is now the world's leading search engine. You go on it to search basically anything you want to learn about, and in just a few seconds you're greeted with all the information that the internet has on that particular topic. In 2004, a website was launched that does exactly the same thing, except for people. That website was called Facebook. Today we're going to be talking about the largest and most prominent social media platform in the world, and analyze what it has done to our society over the past few years. This is Fraud Explained. To enjoy more videos, subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell, or else I'll be looking into you too. As I've said, Facebook is the largest and most prominent social media platform in the world. As of today, there are over 2.6 billion active users on Facebook per month. It was the first social media platform to surpass the billions mark, and more new users join the platform each day. Additionally, it was recorded that over 3 billion individual users regularly use at least one of Facebook's products such as Messenger, WhatsApp, Instagram, and the Facebook app itself. As of 2018, Facebook's estimated net worth was $138.3 billion. It's even a part of big tech, a term journalists created to identify the largest and most influential tech companies in the world. The social media platform has become such a huge part of our daily lives that it has become difficult to go a day without going on Facebook. You can do almost everything on it: work, talk to your friends, buy and sell goods and services, get news, and so much more. This brings us to the question, how did Facebook grow so big, and where did it come from? Let's take a peek into Facebook's history to see how it all began. Facebook, formerly known as The Facebook, was launched on February 4th, 2004, with the idea of turning it into a social networking service. Mark Zuckerberg, then a student at Harvard taking up psychology and computer science, created the portal with his college roommates in their dorm room. They had initially intended it to be accessible to Harvard students only. It was derived from its predecessor FaceMash, which was a software designed by Zuckerberg to act like a type of hot or not game for Harvard students. They allowed users to upload 2 photos side by side and ask fellow users to judge who was more attractive. During its first 4 hours online, FaceMash received a total of 450 new visitors and 22,000 photo views. The site was a big hit over the weekend, but come Monday the administration shut it down. Apparently, the site got so popular that it was interfering with the connectivity of the internet around the campus. Students also complained that their privacy was being violated because their photos were used without their consent. Now, before we go on about how Facebook was created from that point in time, let's look at the life of Facebook's founder, Mark Zuckerberg, before Facebook itself was created. Mark Zuckerberg was born on May 14, 1984, in White Plains, New York. His parents were Karen Kempner, a psychiatrist, and Edward Zuckerberg, a dentist. He and his 3 sisters were raised in Dobbs Ferry, New York. From a young age, Zuckerberg had already shown a fascination towards tech and computers. He began using computers and writing software when he was in middle school. In the 1990s, his father taught him programming using their Atari Basic Programming. Mark Zuckerberg's father later hired David Newman, a software developer, to give him private lessons. For high school, Zuckerberg attended Ardsley High School. He excelled in his classes, showing great academic prowess in almost every subject. He moved to the private school Phillips Exeter Academy after 2 years. While taking his high school classes, Zuckerberg also took up a graduate course in computers and programming at Mercy College, which was near to his home. He began building his own programs from there. One of his very first software programs was called SuckNet, and it allowed all the computers in their home and his father's dental office to connect and communicate with each other. Since his father set up his dental practice at their home, he wanted to be able to communicate with his receptionist and the rest of his family without needing to leave his office or having to shout to be heard. Aol's Instant Messenger, which came out the year after Zuckerberg programmed SuckNet, was considered to be a more advanced version of his software. Zuckerberg dropped out of school during his sophomore year to further refine his software. He saw the potential for the social networking site to become a big thing, and so he decided to spend most of his time trying to figure it out and make it work. In 2004, because it was intended to act as a social networking service for students of different universities, Facebook opened its service to Stanford, Columbia, and Yale, and it eventually found its way to all the other Ivy League schools and universities around the United States and Canada. It purchased the domain name Facebook in 2005 for $200,000. The site had also reached other universities around the world. The next logical step, Zuckerberg said, was to expand Facebook's market by allowing high schools to get on it too. By December of 2005, Facebook already had 6 million active users. It had over 2,000 international and local colleges, and 25,000 international local high schools using the platform. On September 26, 2006, Facebook was open to the public, and everyone aged 13 and above were allowed to make their own account, provided they had a valid email address. By that time, individuals around the world began creating their own accounts and uploading their data into Facebook servers. More on this later. Now, since a primary purpose of Facebook is for networking, individuals decided to capitalize on their social media presence. They created pages and groups to promote their personal business and reach out to potential consumers. By 2007, Facebook had 100,000 of such pages. Thanks to the power of social media, these groups did not just allow businesses to penetrate their local market, but were able to reach consumers all over the globe. One of Facebook's most popular features was photo sharing, and in 2011 it was heralded as the largest online photo host in the world. Pixable, one of Facebook's applications, announced that Facebook would have over 100 billion images from its users by the summer of 2011. Because Facebook's initial public offering didn't go too well when shares dropped by 11% in July 2012, Facebook decided to upgrade its service to create a more user-friendly interface, which would make the user experience more enjoyable. Facebook also banks on its user-friendly interface for users to continually use its service. It also appears to tailor what appears on your newsfeed to show you things that you like. But wait, how is that possible? Now, remember when I said that when people create their accounts on Facebook, they upload their data? Well, imagine Facebook having access to the personal information of every single one of its users. This is how Facebook makes its platform user-friendly. Not only is it incredibly convenient, it also personalizes your experience. Facebook uses the information it attains from your profile in order to curate your feed and bring you content that you might be interested in. The photos, videos, and status updates you create, like, and share all contribute to the data that Facebook has on you, and it uses an algorithm to show you content that is similar to the content it sees you patronize. Try it out. Try searching for a video of dogs swimming in a kiddie pool and watch your feed get peppered with cute videos of dogs. This is part of the reason that Facebook got so huge. However, even though having so much of our data helps us enjoy using Facebook, it's not as great as it seems when you look at the implications of a single platform having access to that much information. Using various apps and playing games on Facebook may also seem harmless, but whenever you do, you are actually allowing various third parties to view and access your data. Whenever you take one of those fun little quizzes that could tell you what kind of breed you are or who your soulmate is, Facebook gets to collect your data and share it as well with whatever platform it was that created the quiz. While they might not necessarily be doing anything wrong or harmful with your data, it is still a bit creepy for something on the internet to have so much information on you. Additionally, there have also been cases of Facebook not being able to secure its user data, resulting in data breaches. In spite of being a fixture in the lives of billions of individuals around the globe, Facebook has found itself in hot water quite a few times because of its failure to protect user data. Perhaps the most infamous incident was the Facebook Cambridge Analytica scandal. The Facebook Cambridge Analytica data scandal was a data breach that was disclosed early in 2018. According to the leak, Cambridge Analytica was able to harvest the data of millions of Facebook users for the purpose of political advertising. This was said to aid political campaigns across the globe, the most notable one being President Donald Trump's 2016 campaign for the presidential elections. Using the harvested data, President Trump's campaign team was able to analyze and build upon user profiles to see how to make them vote for Trump. Those who were supporters of Trump were shown ads and collaterals praising Trump, while those who were not convinced yet were shown ads featuring Trump's most notable supporters and ads that highlighted Trump's strengths over his then opponent, Hillary Clinton. Zuckerberg himself publicly apologized for the data breach and promised to take more stringent measures in protecting user privacy. Lots of other issues related to Facebook's inability to constantly protect and secure its user data have risen over the last few years, but Facebook still seems to be growing larger as more and more new users are added onto the platform every day. This is probably because even if some users would rather do without having a life online, it's very difficult not to do so because almost everything we need is online. As with all other forms of social media, we need to use it responsibly and be careful of the things that we like, share, and post, because once it's out on the internet, it's out there forever. What are your thoughts on Facebook and social media in general? Do you wish we could go back to simpler times when we didn't need the internet to get around? How do you feel about Facebook having so much access to your personal information? Let's talk about it in the comment section below. I'll respond to all of you who comment within the first hour. If this video intrigued you, check out my other video called The War on Big Tech, which gives you a more in-depth look on what big tech is and why exactly there is a war on it. Facebook is a part of big tech companies. Its popularity and influence have made it into a convenient and effective social media site, but it also made it potentially dangerous. The War on Big Tech discusses Facebook's rise to prominence as a big tech company and the downsides of being a part of the world's largest social networking platform. Watch the video to learn more. Stay tuned, stay educated.